Hi, my name is Shai, and I'm a third-year chemical and biological engineering student at the University of British Columbia. It's a funny story. I actually wanted to go into CPEN. Then I did a bit of coding in first year and realized this is not something I'm passionate about. And so going over a bit of thinking, I really had to go in and see where my passion lies. And I really do enjoy green energy, but I also enjoy the pharmaceutical and cosmetic side of it. I think a lot of people might be able to relate to me, but when you think about CHBE, you think about oil and gas a lot of the times, or you'll think about like waste management, but no one really talks about the kind of prospects you can get with CHBE, right? And I think this is an area that's only recently being talked about more. But yeah, that's where I realized these are my two passions and how can I bring them together? And the answer was CHBE. I'm currently a sub-team lead at Green Jewel. I lead the extraction team. So essentially what we work on is we work on getting the raw sample of algae and then putting it through a whole process through a reactor and separating it to extract the biofuel. And so what we've mainly been focusing on this year is researching different extraction methods and sort of comparing them and doing a bit of calculations and Aspen modeling to come up with a very efficient process that we can then implement or even test in the lab. The other thing that I'm involved in is women in engineering. Here, I've been involved in this since my first year, so I've been in this for a while now. My first 2 years on women in engineering, I was on the committee where we organize this event every year, and we call in a lot of industry professionals, and essentially we have a panel talk, and then students get to interact with these industry professionals, specifically women in the industry. It's just so that the students can have an experience with how it is to be a woman in the STEM industry or in the engineering industry. This year, I moved on to the professional development committee, where we have more smaller scale events, like we had a Python workshop or smaller talks that we host, where you can have one-on-one conversations or even talk to CHBE alumni or just UBC engineering alumni to learn more about their experience in the industry or even co-op experience. I think my biggest advice for first year students is really just enjoy your time. Things will not get easier from there on, not to scare you, but really it's a time where you can make mistakes and, sort of learn from them and get away with them. So first year really is for you to explore all the different disciplines. I know UBC allows you to do that. So that's great. Maybe you might be someone like me who thought that you want to go into a specific major and then you realize it's not for you. And so really take the time to understand what you want and where your passions lie. For CHBE specifically, I'd say it's a great discipline. We would love to have you come join us. We have a great community. Everyone's super supportive of each other. And really there's a lot of opportunities in CHBE as well. With job prospects as well. I don't know how much of it is really talked about, but there's so many up and coming industries. The traditional oil and gas is a thing of the past. It still exists, but there's so much more that you can do with CHBE. There's pharmaceuticals, waste management, as I mentioned, cosmetics as well, and even food and beverage industry. Really anything you name it, CHBE can help you get there. And so I think even if you do CHBE and they later realize that, your passions lie elsewhere, I think the skills that you get from CHBE and the knowledge you gain is always going to be transferable.